He bought 2 of everything last shop.
God. We went out and bought
Look
just
at
a little
him
bit of
trying to
food.
deny it. Fucking don't deny it. You fucking admitted it before. It's all
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Like,
actually, secretly, it's me with the $200 roll of dunny paper on eBay, like on Gumtree. Like that's me. You know my gold ways in World of Warcraft. You know it's totally me.
fucking hoarding.
Oh yeah.
Right. I now understand why I went with what I did. That doesn't seem right.
Did you do it wrong?
Yeah, I'm gonna change it.
I thought about changing my class, but no, I'll stick with what I got.
You're definitely going to go Fire Wizard Dud.
Yeah.
So we've got a fire wizard and an ice sorcerer.
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking at the stats of this guy, and you know how his whole thing is, I'm going to druid so I can transform. He can't transform until level 2, so he's still just a short ass.
We can toss the dwarf. That's how you do damage.
Yeah, so he's going to be, right? He's going to be a fairly neutral character, right? Except if you call him short, in which case he just goes insane and fucking tries to kill whoever's. Because he's just, yeah, an angry motherfucker. He's got, repressed insanity.
That's the one thing that breaks him. I've probably pigeonholed myself a little bit going Frost because apparently there's not a lot of high level damaging spells. So I'm still going to stay Frost, but I think I'll focus more on crowd control-ish abilities.
You don't have to stick to a certain school of magic.
I don't have to, but my dragon thingy that I get later on is the main benefit.
Yeah, I found the bard when I could crowd control with that. It was really, no doubt, the first time it worked. Darty was angry as fuck.
We'll see how we go. Can't wait till we get to like 5 or 6 when we start getting our feats.
I haven't looked at feats. Would be good for a druid. Oh,
I think that level 5 I get my Metalonic, which I can use my Sorcerer points to. So it would be cool to use Twin Spell on Knife. I effectively use the same spell once and target 2 different creatures. And if they are both 5 feet within each other, they hit each other. But apparently Ice Knife doesn't really scale too well at higher levels.
Just flipping around with OBS at the moment, just trying to get all the windows sorted. Then it all comes in and gets messed up again once the Bondi joins. I have to resize everything again.
The one thing that I did do that was kind of a little different is I maxed out dexterity. So that, one, I have a tough armor class right from the get-go. Two, there's spells that have dexterity saving throws. If I sort of start getting them, and then they do a lot of
that's not how
damage.
saving throws work. So you
No.
know the saving throws come from your spell casting. So say you're I don't know, you'll be a charisma. The saving throw comes off that.
Oh no. So yeah,
the
when
spell
you're
will have
casting spells on other people, yeah, it comes from charisma. But if, for instance, you walk off a cliff and James says make a dexterity check, it comes from dexterity, which I think is what Fuzzy's talking about.
There are some spells that require a dexterity saving throw.
Is in your spell.
I don't have any yet, but there are some out there.
Yeah,
It should come from your spell casting modifier. If they have to make a dexterity one, the DC will be your modifier that comes from your charisma. So all your spells, like you want to max charisma.
Yeah, dexterity. Yeah, so it'll be, say, some spells will be dex save. It still counts as your spellcast modifier, not dexterity. I fucked that one up with my bard.
Okay.
Yeah, lucky I changed it before the first thing. So get rid of your dex.
It was only one.
Oh, that's better.
The relief.
Although somehow it's burning more on the way out than it's on the in. And I'm like, can you drink milk from the bottom up?
You've seen South Park.
I do like that episode. Right, where's the Bundy?
Late as per norm.
Oh, jeez.
I found the perfect feat. Mobile. If I make a melee attack against a creature, you don't provoke opportunity attack. So I'll just get to go running along going whack, 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 and nothing will be able to catch me. Wait, I'm meant to be the tank. I'm not meant to do that, am I? Ah, shit.
The bunny can take if he ever gets here.
Oh yeah, he's going to be like the best.
He just gets close and then one-shots things with his inflict wounds. And then we'll let him tank and kill and heal, and then we'll just loot the corpse after he's done.
Oh, I should set up some Roll20 characters for you.
Yeah, that helps. Spawn, you said anything?
I haven't seen anything. What?
Oh,
Here he is.
Hello.
Just give him 10 minutes to set up his mic. You fucked it.
My mic's fine.
It is now. You muted yourself the first time. Oh, holy shit. Has anyone got a halfling?
Nope.
No.
They can
No
give you
more-
a halfling token.
No more abusing rolling once.
Did you see the extra feat from Xantha's Guide to Everything? It's
No.
bountiful luck. When one of your... it's a prerequisite of a halfling, but whenever your allies roll a 1, you can help them reroll.
That's on all rolls, is it?
Yeah, the You can't use it again before the end of your next turn.
Okay.
So it's holy shit, that's way OP.
Use it on your damage rolls.
I saw one that's Charger. Where is it? Yeah. If you use your action to dash, you get to make a melee attack. If you move 10 feet before, you get +5 to your attack damage roll.
I think the only one that sort of appealed to me was Warcaster.
Oh, fuck. I loved the look of that. I was talking to Darty about it for ages.
Are all your characters male?
I think so. Mine's male.
Mine is. I don't really care either way. Is that bad?
No, it's just the gender of the tokens and stuff. So, okay, all right. We good to go? Anyone need to do some final character prep?
I'm good.
I think I'm locked in.
I changed my name.
Okay.
Do you have a backstory?
Yes, but it's a mystery.
Mystery.
Code for no. I didn't do one.
All right. Do you guys want me to read the intro to our campaign again to sort of tie it in with this?
Yes,
This-
but I want you to put like some epic music on in the background and just really go with the narrative.
Yeah, some Lord of the Rings or the Game of Thrones intro would be good.
Okay. Well, I don't have the ability to put music on at this point in time, so sorry.
Worst DM ever.
Yes. Okay, alright, so I'll read through the intro again. Welcome to Baldur's Gate. The venerable nest of rats and vipers cling to the rocky slopes overlooking the Chiontha River. From the high perches of the upper city, the local nobles, known as patriarchs, gaze down with veiled contempt upon the common rabble in the grimy lower city, which hugs the foggy harbour. The whole of Baldur's Gate reeks of blood, crime, and opportunity. One can easily fathom why pirates and traders are drawn to a place like flies to a carcass. Following the river further east would eventually lead you to Eterel, capital of the Holy Land of Eltegard, or at least that was the case until a few days ago. The flood of refugees from Eterel has gotten worse since news first arrived that the city has fallen. Everyone is saying Baldur's Gate is next, but no one truly knows who or what has claimed Eterel. The Patriarchs pay a mercenary army called the Flaming Fist to protect their interests in Baldur's Gate, and by extension, the city itself. The Flaming Fist has gained even more power since the charismatic leader, Older Ravengard, claimed the title of Grand Duke a few years ago. Apparently, Ravengard is missing. In his absence, the Flaming Fist has sealed the city gates to staunch the flow of refugees. No one is allowed in or out. All of this was brought to your attention shortly after you were drafted by the Flaming Fist to help defend the city. Your orders are to speak to Captain Zodge at the Basilisk Gate, which pierces the city eastern wall and takes its name from the various statues that rest in its niches and perch atop its battlements. Unseen beyond the sealed Basilisk Gate, a dirt road stretches through the outer city slums to a bridge known as Worm's Crossing, then to distant realms beyond. Dozens of Flaming Fist soldiers are trying to control an angry mob of commoners eager to leave the city. Armed with only a vague description of Captain Zodge, a tall man with long black hair, and a leather eye patch. It takes you a while to find him. A fight breaks out between soldiers and commoners, and you finally spot the one-eyed captain as he wades into the fray and begins throwing punches. This is just another day in the City of Blood. So, you guys, as you can tell by this, you are recent conscripts to the Flaming Fist, which is a mercenary guard paid by the Patriarchs within Baldur's Gate. The Flaming Fist is one of two guard bodies, with the second one being called the Watch. The watch is also paid by the Patriarchs, but they exclusively look after the upper city. Now, if you are currently logged into Roll20, you should be seeing a map of Baldur's Gate and the marked landmark Basilisk Gate, which you have just rolled up outside of. You're seeing the Flaming Fist and Captain Zodge currently at arms, just beating up a few of these rebel protesters that are trying to help refugees, people trying to get in, people trying to get out. You are watching from the sidelines. You have found Captain Zodge. What do you do?
I cast Shillag.
What?
What?
I don't know how to fucking say it. I'll paste it. I think it's Shillag.
Shillelagh.
I told you. Shillag.
Shillelagh.
Shyla.
The wood of a
Shyla.
club or quarterstaff you are holding is imbued with nature's power. For the duration, you can use spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack. The damage rolls of melee attacks using that weapon and the weapon's damage. Okay, all right, cool. Just checking, have you all got some starting equipment, some weapons that do suit your character's needs? You've also got some starting gold. I just want to confirm you guys have all of
Yeah, I think I got like the 10 gold pieces or whatever my guy was given.
If you don't have any starting weapons or any starting gold, just say so. We'll make sure that you get, because you guys are currently equipped mercenaries of the Flaming Fist. There's no uniform that you're wearing. You are just wearing your standard clothes that you would imagine your characters to be. Now, before we get into it, we'll just do a quick introduction of your character and yeah, just a brief overview. So we'll start with you, Fuzzy.
Yep. I am Isnodthlock, or you can call me Izzy.
Oh, look, they can nearly see him in the camera.
I am a
He was running
criminal
around.
thief, mastermind, heist theory,
Take
with occasional murdereering on the side.
Devon wanted him a big man to give
And
him
your
right?
class?
Yeah.
He's only a big
I am
man.
a sorcerer.
Yep. Okay, Apples?
Alright.
I am Rock. I'm a hill dwarf, druid. He's got a bit of a complex about his height, which is why he became a druid. Essentially, he was the last of like 8 dwarves, and they were all taller than him. And his whole life, he's just wanted to be bigger. He found out druids could transform, so he's gone about, becoming one of them, and that's how he met Darty.
Okay, cool. Daddy, your character?
Alright, my guy is called Thanesh. He is a monstrous dragonborn, standing at about 7 foot tall. He's bald and he has, no sort of hair or dragony sort of tendrils or tassels off the top of his head, rather flat. But his skin is bright gold scales from top to bottom. He's not naked. He wears commoner's clothes and all that sort of stuff. At the moment, he is in a blue robe. Now, Thanesh was isolated when he was young due to a horrible event that happened to his tribe. It was isolated, where he discovered an elven ruin and learnt magic and met Rock. Because he's been so isolated, though, he is quite reckless and dives into anything in fear of missing out. But he's very brave and he tries to do good by everybody.
Wonderful. And Devon?
My character's name is Pebble. And,
Pebble?
yes, I just randomized that name then.
Oh, Hevel. Hevel, okay.
Pebble. And my character's race is an Asimar, which is somehow angelic. But my character doesn't know that much about themselves, so I'm not going to elaborate on that. I'm also a cleric of the life domain, I think it was called, which basically means I can focus on healing and a bit of like melee stuff.
Fantastic. Okay. So you're seeing that this fight that's happening in front of you, it's starting to die down. The flaming fists are starting to detain a few of the people that are not quite compelling with orders. The others are just dispersing. And you can see Captain Zodge is starting to he's shaken off the last guy, and he's pulling his clothes back into line, and he's starting to compose himself. He catches your eye, and with a bit of haste, he starts walking towards you.
You us as in a group, or
You're muted, Daddy.
sorry, us as in a group.
Yes, you guys are together.
Do we know each other at this point? Like, are we all buddies?
Yep.
Have we known each other for a while, or?
Yes. So at some point, be it before Baldur's Gate or at Baldur's Gate, you've all joined the Flaming Fist. It could have been at different times, but at this point in time, you are a group, be it comrades, be it friends, or just be it people conscripted to the Flaming Fist. You just have been summoned by Captain Zodge to listen to what he has to say. He currently requires you.
I wave. Hey, El Capitano.
So he approaches you, and he greets you with a very, very quick nod as a way of salute. He says, "Thank you guys for coming so much to see me. We do need your help."
I grunt and nod. Just.
Very good. So why I need your help? The refugee crisis, says Captain Zodge, has stoked the fears that Baldur's Gate might suffer the same fate as El Turel, of which nothing remains but a hole in the ground. Apparently, our Grand Duke, Older Ravengard, was visiting El Turel on a diplomatic mission when the city was destroyed. Coincidence? I think not. The Knights of Eltergard call themselves Hell Riders. A few of them escape the destruction and think we're somehow to blame for El Turel's downfall. What a bunch of self-righteous rabble-rousers. We're arresting them on sight, but that's left us short-handed to deal with another problem. And for that, I need your help.
What's the problem?
Baldur's Gate has been plagued by the followers of the Dead Three. The gods Bane, Baal, and Miracle, I'll say that one. I thought we had wiped them out, but apparently not. These purveyors of fear and death are taking advantage of the current crisis to commit murder sprees throughout the city. As my appointed deputies in this matter, you have a license to kill these three wretches on sight. Find their lair and wipe it out. Eliminate anyone who gets in your way, and don't worry about collateral damage.
I look at him quizzically and then go, do you want us to kill gods?
I need you to kill the followers, and if you the gods too. But at the moment, it is the followers that are plaguing us in this town.
I think, if I recall, Baal is the lord of murder. It's quite an angry.
It is.
That's intimidating.
Yes, but we have been plagued by those followers. They somehow have a base of operations here, and we need you to find it. If you do what I say, though, I'll say that you each receive 200 gold pieces in addition to my gratitude, which is worth considerably more.
I understand.
Wait, is this on top of our normal wages?
What wages are that?
We're a part of the mercenaries. We get paid daily.
Not in this town. You have to talk to the patriarchs about that.
Wait, so we're not getting paid?
We're getting paid 200 gold. Didn't you hear the man?
Do we get commission for the collateral?
My gratitude is the commission.
Do we have insurance if one of us dies? Like a payout?
The Flaming Fist did not hire you because you needed insurance.
No, fair enough.
I just
At
give
least
her
it needs
a nod.
braces.
So a bit more information of how to help you on this. A few blocks from the Basilisk Gate is Elf Song. A spy named Tarina hangs out there, gathering rumors for the guild. She owes me a favor, so tell her you work for me. Ask her what she knows about the Dead Three, And for the love of Baldurin, be nice. Tarina has dangerous friends.
So, sorry. We're from the Basilisk Gate?
So, we need you to head to the Elf Song Tavern. You guys don't drink, you don't hang out. What do you do with your free time?
Sorry, you need to point me in the direction again. I'm new here.
Of course. Now, just out of curiosity, are any of your characters favorites of drinking?
Yes.
It's
He's a
always,
dwarf.
always the dwarf. So at that point, Rock turns to you and says, "Vanish, you idiot! I'm there every second Friday. Okay, I'll show you the way. It's just down to the southwest from here."
Okay.
I start walking away. Wait, where we are, is it dangerous? Like, are there looters and shit going on? Or
Hang on a sec. Let me. Just gotta try and remember my commands for this. What is the reveal? Oh, I gotta move it to.
Hey, something just appeared on the map.
Yeah, wrong one. Hang
Was it another map?
There we go. We'll get rid of that one. You didn't see that one. So you see Elf Song Tavern. It's a few blocks just to the southwest of the Basilisk Gate. Rock has been there before. He does know the streets. As for the way there, I'll just get you to do a which check do I want you to do? I want you to just do a bit of a history check for me there, Rock.
history moving?
Damn it, you
Fuck
forgot.
me. 3.
3. Okay, so you've been in Baldur's Gate for a little bit, and you know that you've had your purse robbed a few times. You know that you've had a few black eyes when you've left the Elf Song Tavern. However, you're not sure if today is going to be a dangerous day or not.
I tell the guys, hey, I'm not sure if it's dangerous today. And then I start walking towards the town. I have my shield and my little shillelagh out.
Little Shalala.
Was the map meant to have changed?
So, can you see Elf Song Tavern now popped up?
Ah, yeah.
Yep.
I was looking at it like, Daddy said something, and nothing's different. Yeah, I start walking there.
Okay, wonderful.
Yep. I'll tag along behind.
All right, fantastic. So, to set a bit more context into the time of day of what it is, it's pretty early. I want to say it's about 10 a.m. You guys have you've had some breakfast. The areas are starting to open, and you're starting to walk your way down to Elfstone Tavern. And it takes you. It's a good little trek. Takes you around about half an hour to trek down there. You see, as you're walking through, there's a bit of roughhousing that's happening in a few of the alleys. A few of the shopkeepers are just opening up, trying to start their day. You're seeing the trash just littered around, just being ignored by everyone that goes past. There's rats and other animals skirting in between the street. It's just another beautiful, gloomy day in Baldur's Gate at this point in time. However, you traverse your way through to Elfsong Tavern, and you arrive at its gates.
Wait, tavern has gates?
Oh, it's doors, sorry. There you
Oh, it's
go. Okay. Now, bear with me because I'm just going to try a bit of the review. Okay, so let me know if you can see that.
Yep. Oh, there's an orc.
Yeah, so you arrive at the front of Elfsong Tavern. Now, there is a number of tokens. I'll just try and get that set up real quick because I want to give you guys a token that you can control around and move around in the tavern. So whoever selected that first one, who wanted that one? Or, well, Daddy, go first. You just choose which token there it sort of appeals to you. We can change this at another, but
Okay.
you need to get something through for this time being.
I'll take that one.
Which one's that one?
Third from the left.
Damn it, stole mine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Fuzzy.
I'll go the middle one. Third from the right.
Okay, you should be both able to move those ones. Rock.
I'll go the dwarf looking thing on the end. He's not ugly enough though.
And Helvel.
Hevel.
Hevel. I keep thinking it's like Pebble and Rock. That'd be so cool. Hevel.
I think maybe this one with the man bun.
Okay. Done. Okay. So as you arrive to the front of Elfsong Tavern, you're greeted by the bouncer Schooner.
Would you like a pint?
Schooner just grunts and says, "You're always the funny one, aren't you, Rock?"
Yeah. And I just keep walking in as if I know the place. Because I do.
I pat him on the arm and then walk in.
I just give him a nod and just follow everybody else.
Okay, so you all enter into Elfsong Tavern now. Even though it is pretty early in the day, it's already bustling, full of the commoners and the people throughout Baldur's Gate. As you enter, you're greeted by Alan, who's behind the bar. Alan being the owner of Elfsong Tavern. You see, no. I would have been way too much effort if I did. I have the Roll20 people to thank for this, and hopefully I can use it correctly. Yeah, so as you come in, you see a number of tables, some of them populated by people, and you see a big roaring fireplace over to the eastern wall, which is greeted just by a set of stairs that would take you up to the second floor. There is another person, although not really a person, at the entrance. It is an automaton called Clank that is just there. And Rock, you are aware that Clank is another bouncer that looks after the pub. As you enter, all you hear as is the rabble of people. You can see that they're playing games, they are gambling, they are drinking. Some of them are having a good time. You notice as you start making your way towards the bar that over in the southeastern table, the two commoners have broken out into an argument. They are fighting, and you hear one yell out, "You are such a cheater. You are always cheating at this game, and I can't stand you any." And then the other commoner says, "How dare you say I'm a cheater? You are the liar here." And you see them just start throwing punches at each other. They are really getting into it. They are not holding back. They're throwing the money around the table at each other. They're rolling all over the tables. The chairs are falling over. And you notice with your surprise that that the automaton and the bouncer at the front have not made a move. They are just there watching. After a few more seconds of a fight, you see that one has given a full punch to the face of the other and knocked him clean on his back, and they are passed out. You see the automaton casually walk up after receiving a nod from Alan, and he just grabs the knocked out commoner and drags them out to the front.
Is
I'd
gold
just
ever-
step out of his way and just watch. So there was one more thing about my character which I forgot to introduce until I saw my spell list, and that is actually that I have a small little owl companion who sits perched above my shoulder.
Wonderful. What's your owl's name?
His name is called Fip.
Say that again, sorry?
Fip. F-I-P.
Fip. Wonderful.
As in,
And he's just a familiar, or is he an actual owl?
His type is actually a Fae.
F-A. F-E-A? F-A-E?
F-E-A, I believe. F-E-Y, sorry. F-E-A.
F-E-Y. Okay, cool. All right, so wonderful. So as you guys have entered into the bar, what do you...
I go up to the bar and order a drink while I look around for whoever it was.
As Alan sort of wanders back after dragging him out, I'll turn around and say, does this happen often?
More than you know. That's this is what people come for. This is Baldur's Gate, right? You're always going to run into these kind of people here. But I get paid, I get my money all the same. I don't care. As long as me and my staff are not hurt, people are free to do whatever they wish with each.
I'll give him a nod. And I also go to the bar and order a whiskey.
I struggle up to the stool, so I'm, at bar height.
Wonderful. Izzy, Evel,
I sort of slowly walk around. Are there any coins on the floor after the fight?
yes. Although, as you start reaching down for him, the commoner turns to you and says, "Oi, what do you think you're doing? I won for these fair and
really well. He walked on a loose leaf the whole time.
I'll trade you
I will
for
take
it.
his paper.
No, wait. I'll gamble you for it.
Oh, gamble me for it, hey? So you
Hey.
know the game Baldur's Bones, do
I was like,
Of course I do.
I said, hi. I said, you
Really?
new here? He goes,
And
yeah.
what
I said,
number do you
"Well,
need
across
to
the
hold
back."
on if
He
you
goes,
know how to
"Yeah."
play Baldur's
said,
Gate?
sorry, pop his pocket. I said,
You
oh,
hold
we just
it
know
too.
slightly. I said,
Everyone
"You
knows that.
young teen girl." He goes, yeah.
This is
I said,
going to be
"This
easy. Of
back
course I will
room."
play you.
I said, like, when she's in
My
there,
friend
she's
here
like,
managed to
"What's
lose a
this?"
whole
You
2
just see
gold
straight
to
in
me.
the
Are
whole
you
time.
willing to gamble that?
Thank
Why
you
not?
for the heads up. Like, yeah,
Okay,
no worries,
so you sit
absolutely.
down and you're
And
going to
Andrew
start
and
setting
Anna's
up
like,
for your game.
let us know.
Hevel?
So we just thought we'd do the same. He's like, oh, thank you so much.
I
So
stand
I've
at the
got,
bar with the wizard.
a few young teen girls.
Okay. Do you have control of your token?
Because he said, yeah, he's got young teens. Come on. Come on.
What's an
Oh my
Azamar?
god, we fucking died. Come.
Kind of like an angel.
Don't ask so many questions.
Do you have wings yet? Or is that something you get later?
Control of the token. Wings thing is a spell.
Okay.
Okay. So just move you guys to the bar when you're ready. Okay, so Rock, you are requesting an ale. So Alan turns to you and says, ale, hey, do you want a gallon or do you want your usual mug this time?
Go the usual, put it on my tab.
On your tab, you need to start paying that. You're already backed up way too much. I'll let it slide this time because you're always so funny. But that is 4 copper onto your tab. And sir, to you, I'm sorry, I did not get your name.
I'm Vanish. I'm new here.
Welcome, Vanish. You can tell you're new because we don't have whiskey here, I'm afraid. We have ale, and more ale. How can I serve?
I'll have an ale.
Yeah, a gallon or a mug?
Just a mug. I want to make sure it tastes alright first.
Unfortunately, I can't do a tab for you though, so that's 4 copper.
I'm paying the
Just put it
copper.
on the dwarves tab.
I'll pay it.
Wonderful. Okay, so Izzy, Baldur's Bones. Are you sure you know how to play this? Says the commoner as he looks at you. Now's your last chance to be honest.
Ozzy, you can ask him for a history check.
I'll persuade him that of course I've played before.
Okay.
So he feels confident.
I want you to throw a deception check.
Deception or persuasion? Not that it matters.
Well, I think you're lying at this point.
All right. 4 plus 5 is 9.
This is going to be the most amount of money I've won in. I can't wait for this. The commoner says to you, "Here, take your dice," and he hands you 3d6. I'll give you a quick refresher just in case you have forgotten. You're going to take your 3d6 and you're going to roll them, and you're going to add them up in total. And as he gestures you to do so, please do so.
4, 6, 5.
So you have got 15. Now I've rolled mine, and I have 14. But as you go first, you have a chance to stay or ask for another die.
Am I supposed to go higher or lower?
Roll a history check.
What's history plus 1? 15 plus 1, 16.
So it starts coming back to you. Your times back in when you entered into Baldur's Gate and you found yourself in a tavern for the first time, and you were inquiring about this game Baldur's Bones, which you'd never heard of before. And as you recall, it's where you roll dice and you want to get as close to 21 without going over, starting with 3 dice. Whoever is the closest, or whoever gets exactly 21, will win that roll.
Alright, I'll go another dice.
Okay, please roll your d6.
I'm watching eagerly.
3.
So you are at 18. I am also going to take another die. I am at 15. Your turn.
I'm going to hold.
Okay. I am at 20. I win.
Bugger. I demand a rematch.
He's cheating.
Oh no, I am not cheating. Don't believe that other fool, or you'll taste my fists all the same.
Play again. I'll watch.
Okay. So at this point, you're currently down 2 gold pieces, as the agreed upon. So the commoner has taken your 2 gold pieces and pocketed them. And he calls out to Hevel at the bar. "Hey, you calling me a cheater? How about you come have a game?"
I don't gamble. I'm just happy
Oh.
to catch someone out who might be cheating.
I don't cheat. You can watch me all you.
Insight check. I want to know if he's lying or not.
Okay. So roll for insight.
Not good. 7.
You are quite confident that he is telling the truth.
Seems above board.
Do you want to go again, Yanser, or are you going to cut your losses?
Let's go again.
How much this time? I'll let you set the pot.
2.
Another 2?
I'm
Gladly.
gonna watch this commoner's hands very, very closely
Of course.
as he plays.
So make a perception check.
Oh, not good again. 6.
Okay. So this time, the commoner decides to go first. You see that I have gotten an 11. Is now your turn.
5. 4. 5.
Oh, 14. That's a good start. I'll go again. I've rolled a 3, and that brings me up to 4.
Hit me. 6.
Where does that put you at? 21?
20.
Yes.
20. Oh, you're
What'd I say?
14. 5,
Was
5,
I
4,
14
14.
or
Yeah, so
15?
you're 20.
You got 14.
So you, at this point, is a bit hard to contain his excitement. That 20 is such a good number.
I use I cast my cantrip message to what's his character name? Dinesh, and say watch him, but only you can hear that because it's telepathic.
Okay, make another perception check, please.
Okay.
And you can
3.
you can also respond to my message.
That's how I already am. I just think it in my head.
So you start moving forward on your chair as you just eagerly want to see better into it, and as you see, there's a nice bit of cloth that's over the commoner's hands. As he goes to roll again, you can't quite make out what happens in there, but you just see a die roll out.
Out of the cloth onto the table, or out of
Oh.
the cloth to anywhere else?
Well, it's his sleeve that's covering his hand a bit, so it just looks like a bit of cloth. So that's where you imagine his hand is.
Okay. I'm going to get up and move around the table to try and get a better look.
Of course. Well, at that point, you see that the commoner has actually thrown a 2, so they are at 16. At this point, he says, "Ooh, I need to go again." You see that he rolls the dice, and out it comes another 2, and it comes up 8. You still need to beat your 20 as a good roll, so he goes once more. Comes up a 1. At this point, you see that the commoner is starting to sweat. You're looking at him and you feel maybe he isn't actually cheating. He's just had a really good string of luck, because he's looking very worried that he's going to lose this hard-earned gold for him. And he takes another die up.
What numbers are you at?
19.
Yes. He rolls his next die, and it comes up 1 again. At this point, you see the commoner bang his fist on the table and swears, and he's like, fuck, how could I be so unlucky to miss this that many times? And he gets his last die in hopes of getting a 1 to win.
Is this the same die that he rolled before? Or is he switching dies?
No, it's adding dies. So
yeah,
you start
but
with
is he switching dies at different times? Like he's using the same die to roll 1s as opposed to the same die to roll 2s?
No. So once he rolls a die, it stays on the table.
Okay.
So he's rolling a new die each.
Okay.
And with his final roll, you see a 2 pop up, and at that point, he lifts the table in absolute anger and slams it on the ground, saying, "I can't stand this game anymore." He pulls out the 2 gold grudgingly from his robe and says, "Here, take your money, but I'm not playing you again. You are the one that's cheating, sir."
Calm down, my friend. We all win and lose.
So please add 2 gold back to your. And at this point, you see the commoner grumble and head off towards the bar to get a drink to make himself feel better.
Yeah, broke even.
Okay. What are you doing now?
I keep drinking my pint.
I head over to this, random bartender number who's alone by the fire. Is that the other one?
So this person just appears to be a standard commoner sitting on a couch. They've got their mug of ale in their hands. They're currently just looking to be left alone. He turns to you and says, "What do you want with me?"
I just want to know if you've heard of a name before.
Names? I hear many names.
I forgot the name of the chick we were looking for. Was it?
Hey, that's why I haven't brought it up.
Yeah, I know, same.
You guys don't remember?
Can I roll a history check to see if I remember?
It started with a T.
You certainly can. Since you're all not remembering, you can roll it with advantage.
Okay, I probably needed that. 16.
So then, as you see Izzy over there talking to the commoner, was it Karen? Was it Was it Claudia? Was it Tanya? And then you yell out to him, "It's Tarina, you dumbass! How do you always forget this?"
Tarina, does that name sound familiar to you?
You must be talking about that ignorant spy who's always cheating at Boulder's Bones. I saw you playing over there, and that guy is clearly not cheating. You want to see someone do it with style? Go upstairs and find her.
I step away. And then I use message to say to somebody. I tell Rock that Tarina is potentially upstairs, playing Boulder's Moon.
I look at the other two and go, "Hey, upstairs. I'll cover the exit." And I sit here and keep him.
Alright, I'll head over and make my way upstairs.
Hevel, are you joining, or do you want a drink, or what are you doing at this point in time?
I'll follow along.
Okay, so as you guys are moving upstairs, and Rock, you're staying at the bar, just doing some small talk with Alan as you're going along. The three of you are going to enter upstairs.
Yep.
Okay, and if you just scroll over to the right, you'll see that the second story is available to you, and the stairwell is there on the eastern side. So as you enter this room, you see two giant long tables with a number of people sitting around them. And there's a few people on either sides. And this is more of a relaxed lounge where people are free to talk and interact as they wish. They don't have the hustle and bustle of people ordering and the loudness of the common downstairs. And you notice that there is a lady sitting with her back to you who's engaged in a game of Baldur's Bones with two others. And as they're eagerly rolling their dice away, and you just hear this one voice come out and say, "One of these days, Tarina, I will catch you. I will catch you cheating at this game. There is no way that you win this many. Like, I just don't understand." And then you see the lady on the far side just get up and move to the other table, and she doesn't want to be around this person anymore. And then you see the lady with her back to start reaching forward and raking in all of the gold and silver that's on the table towards her. And she says, "You will never catch me because I am just too good at this game." What do you do?
I pipe up and say, "But it's just a game of chance. There's no skill involved." I sit down and say, "Challenge you to a game."
I use Mage Hand to grab one of her coins.
Okay. We'll get you to do a sleight of hand check for me, please.
You can see the mage hand though.
What's Fuzzy's class again?
Sorcerer.
What was it?
Why is he
Sleight of
such a
hand?
kid?
Yep.
15.
So you cast sleight of hand. However, Tarina has been around and she understands the incantation. Wait, does it have a voice aspect?
Yes.
So she understands the incantation come from behind, and as she sees this wispy blue force of a hand start reaching towards her pile, she quickly bats away and turns and faces you and say, now, that's not playing fair, is it?"
Ah, Typhina, we have your attention. Thank
Caught
you.
spectral handed.
"I don't know who this Typhina is, but you know that my name is Tarina. Would you like to sit and have a game with me? I do enjoy Baldur's Bones."
Sure, if we can chat at the same time.
"Of course we can."
I believe the company above us would also like to join. I point to Darty and Debondi.
Okay. Do you both agree to join?
I'll sit and watch.
Okay. So Izzy's off to the side, and Dhanesh and Hevel, you both join in, and you grab your dice. And I would like you to all throw your 3d6, please.
I got 5,
I
a
thought
2,
I
and a
was
3.
watching. I don't gamble.
Yeah. Not you. You're just watching.
I got 5, a 2, and a 3. 10.
4, 6, 4, 14.
Okay, you see her dice pull up a 4, a 3, and a 2 for 9. And as they're playing as you guys are playing the game, she charismatically turns to you and says, "So what brings you guys into this tavern? What makes you want to play with me?" And as she's saying that, she rolls her next die. It comes up a 2 for 11.
Many things, my darling. But mostly information. And we've been told you're a wonderful.
Also, are you sitting or are you rolling again?
Uh,
Definitely rolling.
I'm rolling.
I got another
Got
2
a
for 12.
5.
Okay, and as you see that 19 roll over, are you going to stay or?
Stay.
Okay. Well, this is sort of the right place to come for some information. You can always find anything in the rocks you overturn in Elfsong. As she rolls another. And it comes up a 1 for 12.
2 for 14. King of the low rolls tonight already.
So what sort of information may one of you be looking?
We are after information on a clan, so to speak, or various. They run in the name of a certain few gods. You might have heard them causing mischief.
Well, there's plenty of gods and worshippers that people are caught issues with around here. I'm afraid you're gonna have to be a bit more specific. As she rolls another dice.
I rolled a 4, so I'm at 18 now.
She also rolled a 4 and it's at 16.
I say Bane is a name. Yeah.
Bane, you say?
I rolled another one, and I got 2 for 20.
Ooh.
I will stay.
She marvels at the numbers in front of her and she sees a 19 and a 20. And it's like, you guys are very well experienced at this game. And you talk of Bane. You must be talking about the Dead 3. Yes, I do have some information around the Dead 3. But I'm afraid I'm going to need something from you. And as she says this, she takes up her last die and rolls a 5 for 20.
What happened to the draw?
I believe it is. Hang on, there is actually some rules for this game, which is. Otherwise, the game keeps rolling until either they stand or break. So it would be excluding the players who has the highest point total, excluding the players who busted, wins the game, takes the point. There's no actually rules for a draw, but I will say whoever has done in the least amount of die would.
Okay. So I've done 7 die.
And she's done it with 7 also.
No, I'm going to stay. I'm not going to roll again.
With 21?
With 20.
So she's got 21.
Oh, she got 21. I think she's got 20.
Yes. No, she got a 21.
Congratulations.
Throw her off with the question.
At this point, Izzy, I'll get you to do a perception check.
7.
Izzy. Oh, sorry, you are Izzy.
Yes.
The Bondi was watching.
Because sorry, Hevel is the one off watching in the distance. He's brooding over this game.
9.
9. As you're watching this game unfold, you see nothing suspicious from Tarina. You
And I say,
believe.
what's up there? And I'm like, oh, don't worry.
And so as so Tarina, Well, as you can see, I've come out on top, but that was a good bit of fun. Next time we should actually put in an ante for this and we can play for money. But as I said, I am willing to give you some information on the Dead Three. I'd imagine you guys must have been sent by Captain Zodge, right?
That's true.
Yeah, so I did reach out to Captain Zodge and say that I've been collecting this information for him. However, I find myself in a bit of peril. We can make this mutually beneficial for all of us. I'm afraid a bit of my past life is catching up with me. You see, my name has not always been Tarina, and my name has changed many times throughout my life. But without giving too much history, I'm expecting a visitor that I don't really want to see walking out of here, if you catch my drift. Because I have a feeling that he wants the same for me. If you promise to help me, if you can make sure that everything goes okay in this building, I will give you the information you desire.
I think we'll help you leave the building, but we're probably not going to murder someone. That's what you're saying.
I wouldn't say it's murder. More of self-defense.
Why would they attack you?
Make a persuasion check.
Surprise cat.
11.
See, unfortunately, my young friend, that is for me to know and me to keep to myself.
Well, unless we're given information, we're not going to be interested in helping you. So, guess we'll have to leave it at that. Are you sure you don't want to give us more information?
I promise you this information will lead you exactly to where you need to go.
This person's dodgy. Do you think we should go and tell the innkeeper about how she's up here cheating?
I don't think we should act too hastily. I'm sure we can find some form of arrangement.
I'm not interested in murder.
No one
Sorry,
said murder.
lost my attention.
Okay, well, as I said, it is certainly not murder. You see, you'll find that the people that are coming looking for me are actually pirates. And these ones have been plagiarizing Baldur's Gate for some time. And as I said, I am an information gatherer. And unfortunately, I gathered some information that could really disrupt their supply chains. They want to get that out of me. And I think for the benefit of Baldur's Gate, you're better off keeping that information safe with myself.
Are they in this room?
So as you look around, you don't see anyone posing any level of threat to yourself or Tarina at this point.
Well, where are these people now?
So I don't have any idea where they are. All I know is that they're coming to Elfsong Tavern to look for.
Are we talking people or person or people that are?
I cannot say. All I know is that there is one person who is looking for me.
Could you describe him? Or her?
Yes, I can. He's a man that I know is dead. And he is a pirate captain.
Would he have a name?
Does one moment.
Captain Knife in the chest.
So his name is Leckard Deadeye Cadaver.
That's certainly a mouthful.
Sounds like he's died once before.
Now I can understand that you very good willing people do not want to engage in murder, and I promise you this will not be a murder. They are after me. They are after my blood, and I need your defense. as I surely will not be able to take care of this all by myself. And the unfortunate thing is, if I do go, you will be losing a serious foothold of information in Baldur's Gate.
It was the captain of the guard that told us to find this person.
Yeah.
Correct.
Have you guys brought that up yet?
Yeah.
She's recognized that Captain Zodge has sent them. Yeah. One thing I did forget is that Captain Zodge did give you each a copper pin with the insignia of the Flaming Fist. So you can use that, present to it to say, yes, Captain Zodge has sent you. But we're past that stage at this point.
Yeah. Okay. I noticed some of the gold on the table. And just sort of ogle it a little bit and make it obvious that I'm looking at it.
So as she sees what your face is doing, she looks at it and says, if you need the gold, I can help. Captain Zodge will also help. But right now it is the information that you will desire more than anything.
I'm in for the loot.
I promise you that whatever is on these people, you are free to take. Again, this is Elf Song Tavern. Fights break out here all the time. People get hurt. People walk away. Don't ask how they walk away, but it's certainly not their own feet that's doing it.
Would these be regulars at our tavern?
The
Elf Song?
so Deadeye, you mean?
Yep.
No.
Rock's bored of all this nothing happening, so he thinks something might have gone amiss. So he starts walking towards the stairs and, just casually walk.
I thinking of Rock. I sort of point to the floor and I message. I say, "Be on the lookout for a part named Captain Decaying Lynchface."
I stop halfway and come to one of these tables and look for a captain.
Okay. So I ask you once again, will you agree to help?
Well
You
done.
guys should just agree to protect her and nothing more. You guys are so slow. Come on.
You're here at this conversation as well.
Yeah, that's what I just told you. I'm not a part of it. Just agree to protect her.
Alright, I'll begrudgingly accept.
That's don't agree to murder, just protection.
Okay. Thank you. Now, if you'd like, I'm happy to buy you a drink while we wait. And as you hear her call out, Yuma, come up here, please. And you see one of the barkeep assistants, Yuma, come up and says, yes, Tarina, how can I help you? She says, my three wonderful friends have decided to do what they need to for me. Can you please get them a round of ale? Yes, my man. I will do so quickly. And so Yuma goes back downstairs. At this point in time, you notice that something weird is happening, and then you see around you the patrons, both upstairs and downstairs, just sort of stop. People that are midway in a game of Baldur's Bones are no longer rolling their dice, and they're listening up, and you hear this angelic elf voice that's going on, and it is singing. Now, just out of curiosity, do any of you guys understand Elvish?
I do.
Okay. So as you're listening to the song, you do recognize, Danish, that this is Elvish, and you are understanding some of the words. As to the others, so I'm just confirming you don't understand Elvish, the rest of you? Nope. Okay, so you're just hearing this beautiful angelic voice. You don't know the words that are going on, but you're rocking out thinking, yeah, this is some good songs. And for you, Rock, you understand that due to your past visits, that this is the elf song. This is what the tavern is so named after. That every so often people do not understand why or when or where this voice comes, but there is a spirit that is singing the elf song. Now, Rock, I will get you to roll a perception test, please.
Did you just say Brock?
Rock. You can be Brock sometimes.
Send out
Oh,
Geodude.
Nat 20.
No,
Bitches.
So even though you don't understand the words, you notice that the words that are being said are different to the times that you've heard it before. You understand that because of the elf song, it is so named because it sings the same song over and over again. You know, it's meant to be about a song about a lost lover and someone finding their way through the world because of what the other patrons have told you. But this time, you do tell that the words are different. Now, Dinesh, I'll get you to make a perception check, please.
13.
Okay, so the song, as you've never heard it before, you're trying to catch on to all the words but some stand out to you, and some of the words that you understand are the sun dawns on her ruddy cliffs, and the land of long abiding joy, renowned by all across the realms. And then you're broken up by some others, and you say, when foes are at her door, and some infernal shore, and you distinctly hear the word Hell Riders. And then after the Hell Riders, the scattering devil hordes, and it goes on to another chorus, and you hear Sleep safe beneath companion's light. And then and in the final sentence, you hear, and so we'll sing of El Terrell until our final breath. And as you jot down mentally these words, and you make sure to share them with your comrade, and you say, I know you don't know this, but I think that song's talking about El Terrell.
Okay.
And now Helvel and Izzy, I'll get you guys to make a perception check, please.
20. No,
Natural?
sorry, 19.
19. Helvel?
No. Perception, yeah?
Yep.
19.
Okay, so you both, again, you don't understand the song, but you hear Thanesh say, oh, I think this song's about Elturel. And as you're looking around, you see some of the patrons, they're just happy that they heard the elf song. They've never been here before, but they're like, oh, yeah, this must be the elf song that people are on about. And then you have the patrons that don't understand Elvish, but they know that this song is different from the last time they heard it. And then you hear a few whispers of others together, and it's like, Elturel, companion? Why has the elf song changed? You know, this tavern's been here for 50 years, and that elf spirit has never changed its words.
What do I know about elves?
Do a history check for me.
What's history? +1. 10.
10? So not too much. However, you do know that elves do have the ability of leaving a spirit behind in a certain place to try and pass on the story of their.
Does I speak to the group? Would someone like to try and speak to the elvish spirit singing? They don't just change their tune for no reason.
I don't speak Elvish.
Darty.
Sorry. I was momentarily distracted.
I'm asking you if you want to try and speak to the elvish spirit singing the song.
Sure. Sorry, the spirit's not in front of me, is it? It's just something that we can hear, right?
It's just
No.
something you can hear. There's no physical manifestation of the spirit. The only thing that people understand of in Elf Song Tavern is the music and the songs that she sings.
Okay. So in Elvish, I'll say loudly. I won't shout it, but I'll say loudly. Hello, I can understand you. Is everything okay?
Yeah, so roll a persuasion check, please.
7.
7?
Yep.
You hear no response.
Okay. I'll tell everyone else, like, nah, didn't hear anything.
So as this goes on, Ymir returns back up and says, "Whew, that was certainly some song. Did you guys? I'm so glad you got to experience it. You know, not too many people on their first visit to Elf Song get to experience the song." As he says, as he drops the mugs of ale down on the table for each of you.
I certainly did hear it, and I grabbed one of the ales.
So Yuma starts making his way back towards the to the stair when you hear the bar doors downstairs just knock on it.
Is it a pirate?
Give me a sec. I've just got to open up some tokens. Okay, and Rock, as you are down at the main entrance, you see enter a grand giant, about 7 foot, very clad man, quite buff, with a very opaque right eye. You see this man and you identify him as someone with a dead eye, and therefore is the person you conclude to be Deadeye. Accompanied by him are 7 other men.
7.
Yes.
Maybe we should buy them some ale.
As he enters, you hear Deadeye shout out, "Torina, where are you?"
I sit there and just wait, knowing that they're up the stairs, just letting whatever happen unfold.
Of course. So Deadeye approaches a commoner in front of, and he says, "You, I am looking for a lady who goes by the name Torina. However, she may go by another name, Rhonda Thunderbell. Do you know who I'm talking about?" And the commoner is just shaking at the sight of this man. He's giving off a presence of terror that he doesn't normally see in Elf Song Tavern, as he gives a little shaky finger point to the stairwell. Deadeye turns around and says, "You 3, guard the entrance. I don't want her getting away."
I
Any spell
hearing
that can
noise.
help here with hiding her?
I will disguise self, and I shall actually become Tibina. No, but before I do that, I message Rock and say, "What's the noise?"
Okay.
And
Well,
he can taste the pirate.
I will say this man is bellowing, and you can very clearly hear everything he is saying through the wooden floorboard.
Okay.
What do you do upstairs?
I cast disguise self on me, and I disguise myself to look at Tibina so that she can hide. And then I look at her and wink.
She turns to you and says, "You fool, you don't want to do that."
Oh
Best you
wow, Buzz,
hide.
you're burning actual spell slots.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're currently now. Does that have any? Does that just work, or is there anything that needs to happen?
It's VNS and lasts for an hour,
Okay.
including your clothing and armor, weapons and belongings on your person look different until the spell. Or you use an action to dismiss it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Got it. Thank you. Now, you see, Rock. You see that Deadeye and 4 of the band training their way towards the step. What do you do?
I just sit there and pretend to mind my own business. As soon as the last one's going up the stairs, I cast Shalalalala and start walking up behind him, ready to clobber whoever's coming last. As soon as shit breaks. Like I just, walking around like nothing's up.
Okay. Anything else happening upstairs?
Before everything comes up, when I hear the boom, I understand that things could get messy, so I'm going to cast False Life on myself in preparation.
Okay.
And I give myself 8 temporary hit points. I roll a 4.
Nice. Okay. So Deadeye and his cronies start walking up this. And the three of you upstairs see this giant 7-foot man with a cloudy eye with two bandits following behind him. And you hear Deadeye look and say, Tarina, why are you calling yourself Tarina? And why are there two of you? What is going on here?
Shush, honey, don't interrupt.
Who's Tarina?
And as he hears the commotion, he's like, I don't care. I'll kill both of you for what you've done to me. Roll initiation.
Okay. Oh, I rolled well.
I did not.
20.
8.
3.
18.
You better kill them all
You
before we
suck,
die,
Darby.
Darty.
Okay. So who got 20?
Rock.
Rock. And I heard an 18.
Yep.
Finish. And Hevel.
3.
3. Okay. And Izzy.
I had 8.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
have so much fucking armor, Bondi.
Yeah.
Get up front.
I'm sitting here going, yeah, 15 at level 1.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I'm-
look at your
I'm-
character and it's fucking sad.
I'm looking at 11. Like, oh, don't hit me, please.
What the fuck? Fuzzy has just as much.
I have 15.
Now, was your 20, Rock, was that a natural 20?
No.
I don't think Nats count for initiation.
Oh, they don't? Okay.
In game rules, Nats really only count in combat rolls, so to see if you hit or not. But lots of DMs use them for skill checks just as flavor.
Cat was staring at me while you were talking, Dot.
Remembers from when I was there.
Okay, Rock, you're first. What do you do?
I briskly walk up behind this guy. Oh, where'd he go? Other thing. And just clobber him.
Okay, roll your attack.
How do I attack again? I roll a d20 to see if I hit, don't I?
Yep.
10 plus 4, 14. Because I've got my Shalugula.
Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
This is bludgeoning damage. So I do 10. I rolled an 8 plus.
Nice.
Nice.
I've now done more damage in one hit than the entire time. I was
So you take your club that's glowing in shalalala power and swing it into the back of the bandit's legs, and you knock him clean back as he cracks the back of his head on the wall in the stairwell. However, he is down, but you see there is still some life in him.
Wouldn't he fall on top of you if he's falling down the stairs?
It's an L shape. He's gone to the other part.
He's hit the landing.
Cool. Yeah, get ready for a beating.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Uh,
can I do bonus actions? So do we count my la 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 as cast last time?
you said
You-
you cast it ready before combat had started. So
Cool. No, that's all I can do. All right,
Danish.
Alright, so I take a quick look at it's Thalia, isn't it?
Who?
Is it Thalia? Talia? No. What's her name?
Tarina.
Tarina. And then have a quick look around the room, and I'm looking just at a quick glance for something small and relatively heavy.
Small and relatively
Heavy.
Heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a full mug of ale that Helvul has not touched.
Actually, what does a chair weigh? We say it would weigh below 5 pounds.
The chairs in these are small stools with no back on them, so I would say yes.
I'm going to concentrate on a chair. Bring up the spell. And I speak a couple of words of power, and the chair immediately flies towards Deadeye.
Okay.
And so I'm casting Catapult to move it. He must make a Dex 12 saving throw.
Awesome. Okay. Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Oh, yes. I did not expect that. 19 points of bludgeoning damage as he smacks or gets hit with the chair.
So as Deadeye is getting up and he's pulling his scimitar out to get ready to charge towards, he just sees out of the corner of his blind spot because of the Deadeye, this small stool just hurtling towards him feet as they each make contact, one with his cheek and then the other two with his neck, and he feels this damage just push him back, but he shrugs it off, now more angry than ever.
Does he look sore at least?
You can see a bit of bruise and a small bit of blood coming out of the corner of his mouth.
Okay.
He's now looking at Thane with his one eye. Thanish.
You see his gaze has not changed from Turing.
Alright,
So is he looking at me or Tareen?
We'll have to wait and see for his turn.
So I'm just going to shift around, just around the edge of the table. And move myself up front.
Okay. All right. So you see Deadeye is reeled back from this hit, and he's seething with rage, and he yells out, "Where did you get these people from? Doesn't matter. I will kill you all the same."
That's matter.
Okay. So and he moves. He moves towards the one in the middle, and he lines up a hit. Okay.
As in, he's lined up.
He
Tareen,
is, yes, he is attacking the one in the middle of the table. So it'd be the Tarina that he is seeing on his left.
Would he have sort of zigzagged to avoid walking close to me?
Okay, if you want to take, he's gone here, and then in front of the banister, and then he's just charging straight forward for the one that he sees as Tarina. He still sees you as Tarina, but he's taking a guess.
Okay. Duck woman.
Oh, so who is he hitting? Tarina or
Yeah,
Thalia?
Tarina. Sorry, I've been saying Thalia is. We're calling the wrong thing. Thalia is Tarina. Tarina is the proper name.
Okay, so he does a multi-attack, where he slashes really quickly with his scimitar twice, and then pulls a dagger out very finessely with his to strike for a third time. And you see that the scimitar has crossed twice over Tarina and has made contact with her with the arms on either side. However, she manages to pull her sword out in return and deflect the dagger. She has taken some damage. He then turns around and says, "You guys deal with the spare. This one's..." Okay. Izzy, it is your turn.
Right. So hit him or hit the mugs? How much damage did you do, Rock?
He did 10.
Okay, that wasn't enough to kill him. Alright, I shall attack with Ray of Frost on the first scrub.
Yep.
Down the stairs. So, range of 60 feet. Frigate beam of blue-white light streaks towards a creature within range. Make a range attack, spell attack against target on hit, takes 1d8 cold damage, and its speed is reduced to 10 feet until the start of your next turn.
Okay, roll hit.
13.
That hits, roll damage.
Seven cold damage.
Wonderful. So you see this brilliant ray of ice just come out and launch itself directly at the first bandit on this. You see that he's copped it in the chest, and his legs just starting to freeze over, and you see him start to shake. However, he is still standing.
But his movement speed is reduced to 10 feet.
Yep. So Tarina, she's reeling from the hits that have struck her, but she still manages to pull out a smile and says, "You shouldn't have come here, Deadhide. This is going to be your own." And then she pulls out her. She's got her sword in hand, and then makes an attack against Deadeye. Oops, sorry, I'm just reading about sneak attack.
Sneak attack is awesome.
Bullshit.
You know,
That's what it
don't
was.
hold back. Tell it.
He's reading about it.
Yeah, sorry guys. Because it doesn't
What's
say.
He's wearing
actions, here we go.
45 feet.
Plus what it hit. Oh yeah. So it hits, and then sneak attack. You roll 2 extra d6. Okay. Okay, cool.
Kitty.
I usually have the camera more focused on my head, and you don't see her when we've been playing previously. And she's always here running around.
So you see, Tarina gets out her short sword and does a very quick attack, and thankfully, because she's supported by you guys, was able to make a quick sneak attack against Deadeye, followed up by a very fast multi-attack. Which also makes contact. You see Deadeye takes 17 points of damage.
It's a big number 17 appear above his head as he gets hit.
Dunk. And you see Deadeye. He's now starting to bleed from the arms and in his lower abdomen where he's been struck. But you just see the rage of a man who's too scared to die, as the steam starts coming from his ear and as he screams in pain. But he's ready to go again. Now, the bandits will be taking their turn. So the froze.
Slow.
Yeah, sorry, there's a lot of things going on here.
No, I just have shit initiative.
We're all going to be dead before we get to attack.
So the first bandit that's been slowed is you just hear his legs creak as he comes along, but he manages to make it. Actually, I better check his movement.
It's only 10 feet.
It's reduced by 10.
Reduced by it, or is reduced to?
No. And its speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of your next turn. So he's still got 30 feet. So he manages to, reach you, Izzy, and he makes an attack with his scimitar.
Oh no, Izzy.
What's your AC?
15.
So as he lunges forward with this scimitar, you expertly dodge underneath it because he is already so slow by the ray of frost. The second one makes his way up and heads towards the neck. And likewise, you see him pull his sword out to make an attack on you, Thanesh. And he... what's your AC?
Mine is 11.
And he makes contact with just as the tip of the blade catches you.
No.
And you take 3 points of slashing damage.
You're
Ouch.
gonna die.
Ah. I'm a wizard. My time has come.
Or the sorceress. No.
And so you...
Give me damage.
Thanesh.
Darty.
Oh shit.
So I actually have the most HP out of a lot of yous at the moment.
No.
What?
Yep.
How do you figure? Ah, because he had bonus.
Yeah, false life.
Well,
And so the third bandit now comes up and also sees that his friend has made a strike on Thanesh and sees the easy and goes to attack you again.
Oh no.
Should have dressed up like a woman, Darty.
And his sword makes contact, although a bit more cleaner to you, and you take 4 points of slashing damage.
Ooh,
You're
alright.
gonna die.
the wizard tank is here.
And then the fourth bandit, who's still very groggy from being knocked over, manages to get back to his feet, turns to Rock and attempts to swing at you. And he manages to get his blade out and makes contact with you. And you take 4 points of slashing damage as he strikes across your chest.
This is bullshit. Why do you know our AC?
Uh,
What kind of DM reads the ACs first?
Do you? Is your AC 20?
No,
There you go.
but it might be. You don't know.
Helpful. It is your go.
Devil's AC is like 40.
18 actually.
Ooh, that's good to know.
So I just like reach my hand out, touch Deadeye, and cast Inflict Wounds.
Yep.
So with that, I make a melee attack spell against reach. Target takes 3d10 necrotic damage. So I roll to hit.
Yep. Make an attack roll.
What the fuck is 3d10 at level fucking 1?
Yeah, I know. It's great.
He has to touch it.
13.
So as you reach out and you put your hand on Deadeye, you just see him look at you and say, "Your magics are not going to work on me, boy." And you feel that this takes no effect on him.
Ooh, that's interesting. All right, I follow that up with my bonus action, and I cast Sanctuary on Thanesh.
Okay.
Ooh.
You can't do that.
I can't.
He can.
your
Yeah.
action, and then only
No.
if you had have used your action as a cantrip could you do that.
No, I can. It's a special thing with my class.
What?
I can cast Sanctuary as a bonus action.
Even though it's a first level spell because you've already cast a first level spell?
Yes,
Oh.
it's a special bonus action. It's specifically Sanctuary.
No,
Okay.
I think that just gives you the ability to cast Sanctuary. It says bonus
No,
action.
it's a bonus action. I can cast it.
That's
I
okay.
agree with you.
Oh, we'll go. We can check it out after. But
It's
at this point,
legit, all right? I can
Yes.
cast it.
I'm not saying no. So Sanctuary goes off. So until the spell ends, any creature who targets the water creature with an attack or harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, the creature must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell. This spell does not protect the watered creature from area effects such as explosion or fireball. If the watered creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an enemy, or deals damage to another creature, this spell ends. Okay. So we are now back to the start. Rock, it is your turn.
So that guy that was in front of I keep scrolling away. Is he still down, or did he get up and then whack?
So he got up and whacked you. He's now standing in front of you at the ready.
All right.
Although very dazed and bloodied.
Thump him again.
All right, roll attack.
16 plus 4, yeah, 20.
He gets hit. Roll damage.
This is the best. Fucking 4 damage.
So as you take your follow-up strike after being hit yourself, you crack your staff expertly down onto his neck, and you just hear this crunch of the bones in his neck, and his head collapse on itself. He drops down, slumped in the corner, unmoving.
Nice. I now continue up the stairs. How do I get all the way over there?
Yep. Just
So how far is that? That's 1, 2. How many up the stairs is it?
1 square of movement is 5 foot, I'd say.
Yep.
4, 5, 6. All right, I plonk myself right here.
Thanesh, it is your go.
Oh. I wish you didn't get so close.
Too
Fireball.
fucking bad.
I can't allow you to automatically save. I will not do that now.
You gotta tell us
Actually,
the next time I don't do it.
I was gonna breathe fire on them all.
Thanks for the heads up.
That's okay. I am going to.
You got 12 health, you'll survive it.
Yeah, alright, I'm gonna have a go at Deadeye again. And I'm gonna cast Firebolt.
Yep.
That's a 19 to hit.
I'm just checking to see, is this an object within range? It's not going to do AoE damage. A flammable object hit by the spell ignites it. Okay. Okay, so 20 to hit, did you say? Or 19?
20 to hit.
Yep, that hits, roll
I think.
damage.
Oh, 19.
Hey, Rock.
8 damage.
8 damage. Okay, so as you hurl this fireball from your hands, because of such short range, it contacts very easily with him, and yep. And you see the clothes on his back just engulf in flames. However, he is still standing. He is now literally red with rage.
Did that do any damage, or did you resist that as well?
So the on fire effect.
Or was the Bondi's one he just missed?
Yeah, so because of the attack that you've made, you just feel this celestial glow that was going around you just dissipate.
I'm not doing anything else.
So Deadeye. Now, forgive me for a sec. I'm looking to see. Being on fire is a thing, right?
It doesn't say that he catches on fire, unless you want to
Doesn't?
rule that happens. He just gets hit with the fire and takes damage.
You sure? I thought it said, yeah, a
uh,
flammable object hit by the spell ignites, and because the clothing he's wearing is quite groggy from being a pirate, it is
Okay.
on fire.
Okay.
So he can spend, is it movement or an action to put it
An
out?
action to put it out.
Okay, or take damage, right? Well, he still takes damage regardless.
Yeah. The spell itself doesn't dictate how much damage he takes.
Okay.
From the fire.
All right. Well, I will dictate. You see that he's that the flames are still tickling away as they start catching more of his clothes, but his sheer focus is purely on ending to. As he reels up towards her now with the flame going behind him, and he reaches forward to make another attack. Check. As he slices forward with his scimitar, the blade manages, as she tries to parry it, it misses and glances directly on, as she takes some more damage.
Random woman tank. Woo!
She's looking worse for wear. As these blades are cutting, she is still bleeding out. She still has fight in her, but you can feel the grunts and the exhaustion come from her. Likewise, though, you can see that swing took a little bit more out of Deadeye than it should have. Izzy, it is your go.
I attack the pirate in front of me with Ray of Frost again.
Okay. Roll hit.
18.
That hits. Roll damage.
That is D8. 8.
Ooh, very nice.
Murdered.
So you see, as you cast this ray of frost, this bandit was getting ready to swing at you again, and as he's pulled his sword back, and you just blast this continual icy blast into his face, as you just see him slowly freeze over, and his arm that was holding the blade just disconnect from his body as it's crushed as he's turned to solid ice.
Ha! Awesome.
Then I shall move over so that we're flanking Flaming Bastard.
Okay. It is Tarina's go. Now, Tarina, she is huffing and puffing. She is really feeling the burn, but she is just as determined as Deadeye to not die herself.
Disengage.
So, funny you say that. She does use her bonus action to disengage, and she says, "You're not going to get me this easily, Deadeye." As she expertly backward to the back of the room, and she lines up her hand crossbow that she's had hidden under her to make an attack on. And you see this crossbow fling the arrow expertly out as it catches him in the left shoulder blade, just above where the. As you see, at this point, if it wasn't for Rock behind him, Deadeye would have fallen over as he stumbles back. He's perched his weight a bit on Rock, but he stands back up, still
Jeez.
determined to keep going.
You're not meant to catch. Is your beard now on fire?
No, he's still going. Rock is fine. It is the bandit's turn. So the bandit that is there, directly in front of Thanesh, sees that Rock has joined into and turns to Rock and says, "Where'd you come from? I don't like you," and takes a swing. and as he swings his sword, you dodge so expertly that as he swung from his right to his left, he's actually caught Deadeye on the back and has
Ooh,
struck
he
the
got a
back of
hard
his
one.
leg. He did.
You gotta be. That's my favorite. Is penalizing ones.
And
We had it happen so
he,
often.
he had swung with all of his force to catch Deadeye in the back of his knee. He's actually crippled Deadeye, and Deadeye falls down to one knee.
Ha.
Pirates aren't friendly.
He screams out, "You absolute idiot! How could..." as the other bandit turns to you, Thanesh, and with the audacity of being able to hit you before, he takes another swing.
Natural one. Come on, I want to see his pirate buddies kill his pirate leader.
He attacks you with a 90.
Ah.
However, this blade catches your the shimmering armor that's on you. Not the what's the spell you cast? Oh, that was a health one.
I cast False Life.
False life.
Which just gives me.
Oh, it just gives you extra
health.
health. Sorry, I was thinking it gave you a bit of armor. So he just swings, but this time only manages to catch the outside of your leg for 2 points of slashing damage. Hevel, it is your go.
Okay, so I'd like to tell everyone that I was wrong, and you guys are right. I'm an idiot that doesn't know spells. So I put that in the chat. But yeah, I thought it was like a priestly thing, not kind of a spell mechanic. But yeah, I can't do a level 1 spell. It has to be a cantrip if I'm going to have a spell bonus action.
That's okay. It didn't have any effect anyway because Thanesh cast his spell, so it kind of works out.
But it
It
burnt
did,
his
it
other
burned
spell
his-
slot, and now he hasn't got it to cast now. He penalized
okay.
himself.
He did.
It's fine. Alright, so we've got 2 bandits, and we've got the Deadeye, and Deadeye's been crippled.
Yes.
Okay. I will walk. Well, actually, the bandit's just standing right there. I'm just going to hit the mace.
Okay, roll attack.
$13.
That hits. Roll damage.
$5.
Okay, so what weapon are you using?
A mace.
Yep. So as your mace, you swing it down and you just manage to catch his with the full extension, and you manage to do quite a considerable bit of damage as this guy has a peg, and that was his sore side. So you see him stumble around, but he manages to catch his back, and he stands at the ready to strike back at you.
That's about it for me.
Okay. Comes back around. Rock, your turn.
I've got a cat in the way of my button.
Hey, Rob, if you jump down and then jump left, you can jump over 2 and check 2 of them.
Down and where?
Like checkers. Just jump over the one underneath and jump to the one on the right.
Nah, isn't Big Boss Man still alive? I'm not getting down
He
there.
is.
Just smack me. I smack Big Boss Man. I look him right in the eye because he's prone, isn't he?
No, he's on
just-
one knee, but he certainly can't use that leg as it's been slashed at the back of the knee.
So
He
he's not
does.
kneeling down. Is he my height? Is what I'm getting at.
He's still a big man, so he is
He's still
definitely closer
taller.
to your height. And I will still count it as an attack with advantage.
His ass is
Fuck
closer to
yeah.
your face.
I just, continue my current trend of thumping. So I thump.
You thump him. Okay, so roll with
Oh,
advantage.
shit. Oh, advantage. I got a 7 for the first one. And 14 for the second one.
So as you swing with your, even though you're looking at him at the back of his head, the flames coming off the back of your cloak has given a bit of to the fact that you haven't been able to judge exactly where to strike him, and your mace has fallen short and swing past him.
It's a club
Club, sorry, there you go.
with shalagala. Cool. I stay where I am.
Thanesh, this is your go.
Okay. So if he's crippled, can he make dexterity saves?
I will say he will make them with disadvantage.
Okay. I create a bonfire right in his space.
Okay. So that, hang on,
So-
I'm looking at the wrong person. Create bonfire. So bonfire ignites flammable objects in the area that aren't being worn or any creature in the space must take 1d8 fire damage. Okay. All right. Yeah, so you create this bonfire, and Deadeye finally averts his gaze from Tarina and looks below him to see that this fire is starting to build up. And that's when he notices that his back is actually on fire too, and he's starting to feel very hot. There's bits of leather that are starting to stick to his back. And unfortunately, he's unable to get away from this bonfire that is building underneath him. Roll damage.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I was just making sure that it happens on my turn, not on.
Is it?
Yeah.
Creature. When it moves into the bonfire space for the first time on a turn or ends its turn there. Okay. All right. In that case, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
I'll
it
say that he's
also-
failed, but it'll wait till his turn.
Yeah, so it's the rule. The spell actually says any creature in the bonfire space must make the dexterity saving throw, and then a creature must also make the dex saving throw when it moves into the space or ends its turn there. So
Oh, yeah.
it continues to exist, and
Yeah,
it
so
is
he still takes fire damage
Yeah.
on this turn. So
a
yep,
whopping 2 points of fire damage.
beautiful. So you see Deadeye start screaming out in pain. Though still conscious, he's trying his best to flail around, but realizing that he can't move. And as the adrenaline is just starting to wear out from him, he's very aware that things are not looking good.
Awesome, burn, bitch.
Is that your turn?
Yes, I'm scared to move.
So Deadeye's turn, and at this point, he is screaming. He drops his blade and starts patting himself with complete desperation. However, you hear him scream out, "You fools, get up here and finish the job." And then with that point, he's unable to move, and you just see him finally collapse in this crisp, burning corpse that's in front of you.
Oh. Killed him with 2 points, guys.
It was actually the residual burn that was located.
Don't worry, you're about to tank 3 of them now.
So Deadeye is gone. It is now Izzy's turn.
Scream out and tell the big bouncer to pummel him.
No, remember the bouncers don't care as long as we don't break the place up.
Oh, okay. We're breaking the place though. They're breaking the
Yep.
place. Put blame on them.
Actually, Darty, wasn't it you shooting things around the room? You're breaking them. Don't let the fucking bouncers up here.
No, that was Deadeye.
So he's dead, yeah, so I can move.
There is currently a bonfire under that space.
I can walk around it.
Yep.
I'm just going to... What's the best spot to wizard tank for Darty before he dies, or sorceress? If I move here, or am I better off going around the other? Have any of those two taken damage?
Yes, the one that you are currently next to has.
Okay. So, yep, alright, I'll go there, and then I will attack him with the Ray of Frost.
Okay. Roll to hit.
23.
That hits. Roll damage.
6.
So you feeling ever so confident in your abilities, you charge up your next ray of frost, but this time directly at the head of that, and you see as he starts slowly turning towards you, his head just freezes over more and more and more. And it is at this point that you start to notice that his entire respiratory system is closed over from the frost that's going on. He's unable to breathe, and you see his chest just stop moving as he then collapses backwards. He is not able to function and is dead.
I'm not evil. My spells are just cast that way.
Okay. It is Tarina's go. So Tarina is very excited. She yells out, "Wow! I can't believe we got here!" and realizes that, oh shit, he called for more bandits. With this fight is not over. So she aims up towards or she moves back around so she's got a better vision, and aims up at the bandit with her crossbow, hand crossbow. As she docks the arrow and then lets loose, it whizzes directly past the bandit and lands against the wall right next to the elf that is sitting in the corner. The elf yells out, "Watch where you're firing that thing! I'm just getting a good view here." It is at that point. It is now the bandit, and so this bandit is. He's very distraught by the fact that he's led to the death of his captain, but eager to get revenge. And he turns back to you, Rock, and wants to have another crack at knocking your head off with his scimitar. However, he's not gained his composure completely enough. As he swings back the other way, he actually lets go of his sword, and it flings towards the stairs and falls down the stairs.
You rolled 2 natural ones.
He did.
Bet you wish he was born a halfling.
He starts cowering over, putting his hands up above his face to try and cover himself up. You guys notice that there is some more sounds coming from down below, as what you can only imagine is some extra bandits coming in to avenge their fallen. Rock, at this point, you regaled to the other guys that you heard him say, "You three watch the door," and exclaim that you're expecting 3 more to.
Nice. Is it my turn?
It is Hevel's turn.
Hevel, pick up a Dragon Ball and smack it.
Hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Use your strength and punt this cunt off the stairs into his friends.
Is the Bundy talking?
No,
No,
he's
he's
looking.
looking at us quizzically.
I know.
I don't think is he watching porn?
I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at Darty's stats.
Why? You should be taking your turn and punting this cunt.
The
off
Dragon
stairs
Board's
and
stronger
then
then.
Oh,
the word. You're the
He's
only
my
one
cunt.
with strength. Yeah.
oh. What do we got? There's like one dude there.
And there's
we said
3
there were
down the
3
bottom.
more coming, so they're probably downstairs. Hey.
They're
Yep.
coming, yeah.
Yeah. This guy doesn't have a weapon and he's pussying out. So
Hey.
I
Yeah.
want to grab him and attempt to throw him down the stairs.
That'd be
Okay.
really good.
So just move your token to position.
Would that be 2 actions? 1 to grab him and 2 to throw him.
Well, let's say I do a run at him and attempt to kind of
Like smash him.
spear
You what?
tackle him over the staircase. But
So you,
not spear tackle him with him. I want to push him over.
okay, so I'll get you to do a strength check.
You want to make one for the monster and compare it.
So a strength check, you said?
Yep.
14.
So just describe in detail what you're doing. You're muted.
I start running at the guy as if I'm going to spear tackle him, and I am kind of going to not fully lift him up, but sort of push him towards the staircase and hoist him over.
So as you charge towards the band, you manage to grab him by surprise as he doesn't have his sword on him and he's still trying to cower away from the rock that he's just unable to hit in front of him. And as you pick him up by the hips, you manage to pin him perfectly against the banister with his head dangling over, and he takes. Where's my die? And he takes 6 points of damage from the sheer force of you pushing it against the banister.
And I scream down.
So is your intention to push him over the stairs or keep him on our level? Okay. So he falls down. Okay. Rock. It is.
I do what Rock does best. I go just up here and I smack him.
Okay. Now, he is currently prone, so does that mean you get advantage on melee attacks?
Yeah.
Yes. So roll with advantage.
9 and 3. So 13.
So, unlike this bandit has done to you, you manage to swing your club down with precision right between his eyes. Please roll.
He's at the same height, is he?
Eight, 4 plus 2, 6.
And
Yeah.
as you crush your club down between his eyes, you hear a very familiar crack that you heard on the first bandit as you contacted him, and you can ascertain that you've managed to crush this man as he lays motionless in front of you.
It's because he had the high ground.
Oh yeah.
I
Sorry.
then moved back up here.
Cool. My go.
Yes, it is.
Alright, so I'm gonna move to the top of the stairs. I'm gonna hold my breath action for all 3 guys coming up the stairs. As soon as I see all 3, I'm gonna breathe fire on them.
Due to the concentration that you are putting into this breath, you see out of the corner of your eye the bonfire that was underneath the smoldering body of Deadeye just slowly dissipate into a few wisps of smoke.
Okay.
Izzy, here's your go.
I shall move over to here and wait for them to come up.
I think you're going to
Actually-
get cooked by Darty if you're there. Because it's a cone effect.
I would. When we're saying cone, is it cone on the same plane, or does it go out in a?
Well, it complicates things with the multi-level. I
Yes.
would imagine that because I'm standing at the top of the stairs, I'm going to be bringing it down on like a 45-degree odd angle. So most of the stairs will cop a bit of the fire. I wouldn't think that too much would come up above.
Yep.
It just
yeah,
depends
and-
if you think the cone is also vertical or is it flat. If it's vertical, then it will come up on the top.
So where are you putting your character, Izzy?
I'll stand one space back just to be sure.
Okay. Oh, yep. Sorry, I see where it is.
Could I ready up a ray of frost that soon as I see Darty shoot his flaming ball, I shoot?
Yeah, of course. Okay. It is Tarina's go. Tarina is just going to stay back. She's just going to start caring for her wounds. Just check that everything's in order. But you see no action from her this turn. As these bandits, they've walked, and as they get closer, they've just seen their friend fall over the banister in front of them, And as that friend had got up and said, "Hurry, you fool," and then you just see this club crack down on top of his skull, they start getting a bit anxious, but they all enter into. Thanesh, you see all three enter
Okay.
as they're running it in a charge row to you.
I breathe my fire on them. So each of them have to make a dex saving throw, with the DC being 12.
Dex saving throw. So it's under it's not a spell under your spell list. Just
No,
out of
it's
curiosity.
not. It's an ability.
Okay, and they have to make a dex saving throw. You said.
Yeah.
What's the DC?
12.
So as you aim downwards, the breath just flows through into like in the stairwell path. So none of the flames are actually blowing up, but it has managed to make contact with their legs. Now, do they take? What happens on a save?
So they take full damage, otherwise half damage on a save.
Okay. So you see that your flames make contact with them. However, it is not as powerful as you would imagine it would be, as each of them have made us.
Okay, so they take 5 damage each. Actually roll really well. Got 10.
So you see that they're feeling very hot, and on the exposed parts of their skin, you can see some burns have appeared on each of them, and some boils are appearing. However, none of their clothing manages to catch fire, and they are keeping forward on their movement tool.
Okay.
Izzy, can you please make your Ray of Frost attack against the first person that has appeared?
6 plus 5, 13. No, that's 11.
Okay. So this time with your Ray of Frost, you manage to misjudge the height of the front, as because he's copped the fire breath on his legs, he's actually ducked down past the banister, and your Ray of Frost manages to hit the top of the banister but not make contact with the bandit. Okay. The first bandit being caught off guard by your is unable to make an attack on you. Hevel, it is your turn.
Me again.
Yep.
Going quicker now.
Now, to describe what you're seeing, you can only see the head of the first bandit. You know that there are the other bandits behind you, as you've seen the flame attack come out from Thanesh. But in terms of the banister height, you can only see the first person.
Push him overboard and make him do full damage on the other one.
Hey, Darty, does your dude have a tail?
No, he does not. Apparently Dragonborns do not have tails.
Really? All the artwork I saw had tails.
No. I know. That's up to James. Do Dragonborn in this world have tails, or do they not?
Please go with no, because I need it for what I need to do next.
You do not have a tail at this point in time of the campaign.
I'm
You
going
lost-
to. So you're saying I can only see one, but I am standing next to the balcony of this staircase.
Yeah.
it's
So
not for me to sort of peer over and look, is it?
no, I would say that you are able to make a level of movement to be able to peer and try and do something to the second person. But I will say that it will cost you half movement.
Yeah. Well, I do that, and I hoist myself over and jump on the guy.
Okay.
And clock him with my mace on the way now.
Okay. Can you make a acrobatics check?
Acrobatics, though, I'm kind of only just falling, right?
You have to hoist yourself over, and you are wearing some armor.
It's fine. I got 17.
Okay.
Just think of flying.
Okay. Now make an attack with advantage.
Falling with style.
17 to hit
Okay.
it.
So as you jump over the banister, you hoist yourself with grace and manage to plant both feet onto the shoulders and chest of the bandit as you knock him over and knock him prone. And you're standing over with your mace. You manage to club it down on top of him. Roll for damage.
7.
Much like you saw your comrades perform before, your mace comes down expertly on the head of the bandit that you're standing over, as you see a bit get stuck into him and the blood just pour out. He is motionless beneath your feet.
And then I roar at the guy in front of me.
Very good.
Got
Rock.
one in front, one, doesn't he?
He's got one in front, one behind. Yes.
Alright. Oh, because I see the stairs line up.
Rock, it is your turn.
Oh. I
Oh,
go.
sorry. What happened to the one that had his head stuck in the fence? Did he go over and die?
Yeah. So there's only 2 left alive, which are 2 of the remaining 3.
So to Bondi, it's up to you whether you allow this, but Thanesh and I have been together for a while. We obviously know each other's moves. I go, Thanesh, it's tournament time. And I just start running at the back of his legs, fully intending that Thanesh is just going to lift one of his legs up as I charge on through.
So what are you intending to do to the bandit?
I'm just going to fucking spear tackle the motherfucker
Okay.
down the stairs.
Dinesh's balls
Wait.
is going to scrape
Hey,
on
Bondi,
Rock's
how
head.
did you move back there?
I leapt over the staircase balcony.
He left over the banister.
Wake up.
This is bullshit.
You could attempt to do that yourself rather than making Thanesh to do a dexterity. Oh, sorry, no, an acrobatics check with disadvantage.
Oh, no, fuck that. All right. I move over here. Do I have line of sight? Jonah, is that line of sight?
Yes.
All right. There you go. And cast Infestation.
Okay.
He has to make a...
Constitution save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
$11.
He failed. He takes 1d6 poison damage. He takes 2 of those. And he runs 2. He runs south 5 feet.
As he tries to move south, unfortunately, Hevel is just holding steadfast and he is unable to move.
Cool. That is it.
Finish.
Cool. Alright. I'm going to grip my quarterstaff with 2 hands and smack this bandit as hard as I can and send him down the stairs.
Okay. Yep. So make an attack.
7. Oh no,
So-
I missed.
As you wind up with your 2 hands, as you've done many times before, you forgot to take into account the banister that is next to you. And as you swing up with your attack, the tip of your staff manages to catch on the banister and not move any further. The bandit looks in front of you and just laughs and says, "Ha! Is this your first time using?"
Scoff at him.
Izzy, it is your go.
I am. Yep, alright. I will move over. And I would just look down at him and right in front.
Yeah, roll attack.
I have to go in a few minutes, guys.
10.
10? Okay, so you feel more confident this time as you're aiming real close. However, your ray of frost just manages to fizzle out this time right in front of him. It didn't put enough of your concentration in as the bandit looks at you and feels the chill coming out of your hands but suffers nothing.
Can't he get like little snowflakes in his eyes or something?
Not quite. So Tarina has checked herself out and she's feeling confident that she can continue. And so as she moves forward, she jumps with grace onto the table that you were gambling on before to give herself some vision onto the bandit and lines up with her crossbow. And as she manages to fire away, the crossbow bolt hang on. The crossbow bolt jams itself into the ear of the bandit, just sending him with his smile as he was looking at you, missing him, into the wall and collapses as the blood is exiting outside of his ear.
Ugh, gruesome.
And the final bandit that's at the stairs, just on the ground level, he looks up towards Hevel and says, "You will pay for this," as he pulls out his scimitar and takes an attack against you. It is at that point that as he swings down, his sword misses you completely and jams itself into the skull of his fallen comrade directly in front of him. He tries to reach the blade out, however, with using all of his might, he is unable to remove the blade from his skull.
I laugh at him and say, "Is this your first time using it?"
Hevel, it is your turn.
I smack him in the face with my mace.
Roll attack.
21.
Natural. Not natural.
21.
Okay, that hits. Roll damage.
Five.
So as you're laughing at him and watching him struggle with the sword, it's almost comedic as he's there just trying to wrench it out. As he's looking at you, you bring back your club for the perfect swing and clock him generously on his chin. As you knock him, he manages to fall back with full force as he's managed to free the sword with your help. However, as he somersaults onto his back, he too lays motionless.
Yeah.
As you guys clean up yourselves and look at the destruction that is around you, and Thanesh and Hevel, you guys look at you thinking, maybe this wasn't actually a murder that we participated in. You hear Tarina say to you guys, "Wow, you guys have got some style, I'll give you that."
I go, style? Yeah, it got us XP.
As she looks down at Deadeye and says, "These guys are pirates, you know. What do pirates like? Maybe you can have a look." And at that point, given Apple's time, we will end the session. However, please each of you add 300 XP to your characters.
Yay.
And
Oh, ding, motherfuckers. I'm gonna be a fucking horse next game.
at your leisure, so between the next session, well, now in the next session, go through your level up process, and we will continue the story following the combat.
Nice.
Nice.
Good job, James.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
cool.
It's easy following books, but I'd need to do a bit more. And I could probably prepare those character sheets a bit quicker to make the combat a bit faster.
That'll come with experience. Don't be too worried about that.
Yeah, I think it went pretty quick. I was just complaining. Start.
Sorry, you cut out there for a sec. You can play.
Sorry, I think it went pretty quick. I was just complaining because I got crap initiative at the start.
Oh yeah, and so to let you know, like when I was reading through, this combat is considered a deadly encounter, and I did have to make a few minor changes to make it a bit fairer for you guys. Otherwise, you would have just been smacked.
No, I got smacked.
I did
No,
get
it doesn't
smacked.
get
I
smacked.
tanked pretty hard. Where do I?
Nah, Daddy, you're a squishy. You get smashed no matter what.
There
So
it
armor
is.
class does.
Shouldn't the campaign have been? I mean, it is meant for level 1. Why did you have to adjust it?
So it's are you well? Yeah, I'll explain it because this one was very interesting for me to try and grapple with. A lot of people have said with this book, this first fight doesn't seem very fair for level ones. Mind you, there are other ways to go about it to make it fair. So the combat, in terms of the amount of characters, was not changed. However, there was meant to be 5 bandits rather than the 4, so I left an extra one at the door. Tarina, for some reason, she's introduced in the book as a spy. However, when it comes to the combat, she's introduced there as a bandit. And bandits only have 11 HP. She would have died in the first swing from Deadeye, and you
Oh,
guys
you can
would
still
have had to...
introduce her as a bandit and just lie about her statue.
Well, I figured she's already introduced as a spy. Let's just make her a spy.
Okay.
And a spy actually worked out to be a more fair and balanced character
Yeah.
to help you. And while Deadeye is meant to be focusing on her 100%, and I did a roll check to see which one he would go for, the disguised one or her, and he actually got the correct one. So it was good that he didn't smack you, otherwise you would have been pretty much dead. But yeah, she would have died in the first turn, and then you would have dealt with a 65 HP bandit captain wailing on you guys as well as the bandits.
The Bondi could have healed him.
So,
So-
I hit him with a
yeah.
chair.
So without Tarina being what that one was, you guys would have had to employ some other tactics, like boarding up the stairs or bribing other people to help.
Like we were going to do that.
Nah, we were gonna die to a man. Alright, I'm going. I gotta get in trouble now for being late to the thing.
Sorry.
No worries.
See ya.
Yeah, boss.
What to lose?
Yeah, I get an extra spell.
But no, you guys all in all did pretty well. Yeah, would have been smacked. Tarina only really had one more hit left, you know, otherwise she would have fell over.
Yeah, I was sort of getting that.
I tried to take tank for her, but no.
If there's no icons for player characters, if you're happy, I can create some using the icons that you use for your character sheet.
Okay, well, I'll
that's not
look
too hard.
through because I think there is a number of stuff that's in the free assets or
Yep.
something like that. I'll make a proper character thing for you, but
Well,
One-
I'm
one
just
of
saying,
you
like,
players.
it's very easy in Photoshop to cut out the blue ring and put in whatever image people want. So,
well, I mean, if you guys are happy with those tokens, and just to check with you guys, you can see the names that are under some of the tokens, right? You can see your names.
I can only see my name on one.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me check. Advanced. Oh, yep. Okay. So save changes. So now you should see Tarina's name.
Yep.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
can't
because-
see the names of any of the other players.
No. So some of them do have names. Some of them don't. I should have been doing that as you met a few of the characters. However, I will reveal the names as
Yeah, that's cool.
we go along. I've just got to remember how to do that at times, and I just forgot at that point. There's other cool things that I see that you guys don't see, like there's actual HP bars in that lets me track the HP on Roll20.
Yeah, that's useful.
The only things I don't track is your character's HPs. I just hope that you guys are doing it in D&D Beyond and
Yep.
know when you're going to go down.
So how much health were you down to, Darty?
I have 7 out of 8 health.
Yeah, your bonus health took most of it, and I think Rock is down half of his health. Well, he took like a 4. Oh no, he's down to 7, so he's fine.
Unless I wasn't listening, I didn't get hit, did I?
No, you didn't get
No.
hit.
No, they didn't really focus you, which was that happens. They tried to get to you, but yeah, you guys took care of Deadeye pretty well, and Apple's got a really good hit on that first bandit, nearly killed him in one shot.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I'm annoyed that I misread that spell. I thought it was reducing movement speed to 10 feet, not by 10 feet, which just changes everything.
Oh, that would have been really good if it did that, but
You could have DM'd it.
I could have, but he was just enough to get there.
Oh, how are we doing max HP?
what did we do last time?
So you guys just went with the automated result. The D&D Beyond just increased it for you guys. The other option is to manually do it.
So I actually was thinking of doing it manually. If you guys are okay with that, if there is an event where you get like 1 and 1 back to back on your levels really early on, I'll try and do some stuff to do some bad luck protection on that.
Yep. So the way that we do that is click the manage HP button, and then I think you go in just to the override HP. So you've got to remember how much HP you started with. So for instance, I had 8. Then you just roll your d6. I think fixed HP is... Yeah. Okay, so whatever you roll, add that to your fixed HP. I think that's what happens.
So if I get to level 2, let me go back to... I'll go back to level 1. So confirm that. So I have fixed HP of 8.
Yeah.
And I have maximum HP of 10, so it's +2 from Constitution. So I roll what? When I get to level 2, I roll 1d. How do I decide what to add?
So your HP, your hit die is 1d6, or at least mine's 1d6. So if your hit die is 1d8, roll your d8. Are you doing re-rolling ones, James?
Yes, you're allowed to re-roll ones once. But if you get a 1 the second time, then you are poor bad luck.
Yeah. Now I actually got a 6. Oh, hold on. Manual. Maybe that's better. So if you go right back to the home screen on your character, you can set your hit point type to manual. That might be better. So when you go to your class, if I now level up to 2, manage HP. Oh yeah, rolled HP.
Well, when I go to level 2, it says hit die 2d8. So do I roll 2d8?
No.
No.
So your hit die is how much die you have. 2d8 is how much you have to spend on short rests. So you'll get a new hit die every level. Your character will be at level 1. You get the maximum HP of your hit die. So if yours is d8, you start off with 8 plus your Constitution. I think is how it goes.
Yep.
So
And
it
for-
should already be at rolled HP. Should already be 8 when you hit manage HP, and then you just add the new hit die that you just rolled.
Yeah. So if you wanted to do fixed, it'd just do 5 plus your Constitution modifier at your next level. So you're as a cleric, and I think it says hit points at higher levels 1d8 plus your Constitution modifier per cleric level after first level. So you roll 1d8 and then add your Constitution, which for you is you're +2 on your Constitution. So you're at a minimum going to get 3 extra hit points. You muted.
Ooh, gets picked my arcane tradition.
If you're talking to us, Demanda, you're muted.
Yeah. So is it... So level 1, it would have been 1d8, and I would have got like 8 is what it said automatically, plus my Constitution, so I have 12. Then I go to level 2.
Well, so your hit points at first level is 8 plus your Constitution. So your hit points is currently 10 at level. Now, each time you level up, you roll 1d8 and add your Constitution modifier to that roll, and then you add that total value to your current maximum HP to get your new maximum HP. And if you roll a 1 on that 1d8, you can re-roll it once.
And it's automatically adding my Constitution bonus by the look of it.
Yes.
So if you roll an 8 and your Constitution is +2, so that would be a 10 in total. So your new max HP would be 20.
Yeah, or I could roll a 2.
You could.
I rolled a 2. Hate this game.
So you still go up by 4, so you're at 14.
Well, yeah, I go up by 2 plus my constitution, so 14. I had 17 before.
Yeah, because it's 5. Like if it's just going up by standard intervals, it's 5 plus your Constitution, with 5, working out being the average. But in next level you might get 8 plus your Constitution.
Or I could get 2.
If you
Yeah,
get,
you could be bad luck and just get 2 and be a really feeble cleric for the campaign. That could be fun.
But
Whatever.
there will be things that can possibly happen in the game later. Now I should probably do a summary of this or something, shouldn't I?
You can save for next round.
So in D&D Beyond, what do I add that 2 to? The HP modifier, the override HP, or the rolled HP?
Rolled HP. So whatever is 8, and then you just change that to 10 because you rolled 2.
Right.
Now I'm going to take the War Magic path for the wizard. That's in Xanthus. Are you cool with that? I assume you could.
Yeah, we agreed we're using Xanthus, so that's no worries with me.
So I gain the ability of when I'm hit with an attack or if I fail a saving throw, I can use my reaction to gain a +2 bonus to my AC or a +4 bonus to that saving throw. I can use this feature. So when I use this feature, I can't cast spells other than cantrips until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
So given that I'm a bit more strength focused, I thought that would be a good path.
Well, Hevel might need that help. With the extra
Alright,
help of
well.
a strength person. It's okay, I'm just having a dig.
Yeah, I might, because I rolled a 2 for HP.
What's your max HP?
So his max is now 14.
Oh, I have quite a higher max HP.
Mind you, your armor class is 11 though.
Yeah, and I've got mage armor for that, so that should put it to 14 when I cast it.
If you get the enchant.
I should.
Cool. Okay.
I don't know what spell to get.
Alright, I'll stop the stream.